right now on Denver 7 News at 6:30.
We've seen an uptick in violent crime across the nation, and the metro area is not immune to that.
A major push to reduce crime in the metro kicks off this weekend.
Two cities and the Broncos team up, hoping to get guns off the streets.
They had way too easy access to way too many firearms in Denver.
It is a huge problem. Just this morning, a double shooting near a Denver apartment complex in the Montview neighborhood. We are working to learn right now how the victims are doing. We have not heard any word of an arrest being made. But this comes as we are getting staggering new statistics about crime in Denver.
The city has seen two of the most violent and deadly years in Colorado's history. Denver police say there were 96 homicides in Denver last year. That is one more death than the year before, where 95 people were murdered.
And those are the highest numbers reported since 1981, when Denver saw 100 homicides. Denver 7's Veronica Costa is here with details on a gun buyback program this weekend, hoping to make our streets safer. Veronica.
And preventing an unwanted gun from being stolen or being used in a violent crime, that is the goal of these gun buyback events. Two Denver and Aurora council members, the Denver Broncos, and a Colorado Springs nonprofit called Raw Tools are teaming up for these. Aurora council member Curtis Gardner said that although they need help from everyone in the community, it's those young people telling them they need a safe and anonymous place to turn in guns. So that's exactly what they're giving them.
Also, last year, Denver officers recovered more than 2,000 guns from individuals that should have never had them in the first place, including many of those who were underage.
Many of our own players have shared publicly stories of how gun violence has impacted their lives, and we're proud to support them and join in the effort to make our communities safer.
There will be 8 of those gun buyback events total. Tomorrow's is just the first. The event really focused on anonymity here. That's why it's going to be a drive-through model. So if you do go drop off your gun, you're going to stay in your car the whole time. You will have to move that gun to the back seat or to the trunk. A Raw Tools representative will then take it out. They're going to disable it. And the big ask here, if you're dropping a gun off, make sure, of course, it's not loaded. This isn't the first time Raw Tools has done something like this. After the Boulder shooting, the nonprofit held an event where guns that had been turned in were then turned into garden tools. As for Saturday's event, kicks off at 10 in the morning at Empower Field. In studio, I'm Veronica Costa, Denver 7.
And Veronica, there are a lot of perspectives on this idea. Denver police say these gun buyback events can eliminate the possibility of guns being used in a crime like a shooting or murder. But Ruth writes on Facebook, who believes that criminals are going to turn their guns in? Samuel writes, most of what they get will be beat up, useless guns. Blake says we don't need less guns, we need better education. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the gun buyback idea? Email us at 360@thedenverchannel.com.